Hi guys, so welcome to another video. This video is going to be in two parts. The first part is basically going to demonstrate how we can add different grey percentages in different areas of a hair system, and just to show how that actually looks in reality when it's all cut in and blended nicely. And then the second part of the video, which I think would be quite helpful for a lot of people, is how to thin a hair system properly from the root. So I'm going to be using an all lace system, which is already extra light density, so it's already a fantastic density, but the client in question just wants me to thin it a little bit further from the root, just on the crown area. So I'll be showing you how to do that properly in the second part of the video, so hope it helps. Right, so the one that we're going to be cutting in and thinning later today is going to be this one. Before I get it on the mannequin and start that, I just want to show you the different grey percentages that we've got running through this one, which is kind of a cool thing that we can really customize the systems properly. A lot of places will just sort of say, right, you have 10% all over or 30% all over, but we can actually specify in different areas. I've gone through this in a different video before, but we can specify in different areas where we want particular grey percentages. So this one's a great example to show you. So as you can see it's more grey down the side here. This is only on the side perimeter, of course. It's about 50% grey just going down here where the guy's got 50% glandular grey hair. So that perimeter hair there 50% will sit nicely against his own hair, and then it kind of peters out just around the back, just as we get on the back of the system, and it sort of blends into 30% just at the very back here. And you can just see if I hold it closer to the camera where it just goes from the 50 into the 30. So it's just, and we can do this all the way across the whole system if you wanted. This particular guy has got a 30% all the way over, so it's only really the 50% on both sides he's got, so that'll become a bit more evident when we cut it in. But when it's on his actual head and blended properly, you get a really good sort of 360-degree perfect blend if you can get those grey percentages perfect. So we're all stuck to the mannequin, so it's all ready for blending. So I'll get this all cut in and blended to his actual hairstyle that he requires, and then we'll after this is done, because it's going to be easier to thin the system once it's been cut properly. So I'll cut and blend it first, get the shape and the style correct, and then we'll jump to how we thin the system after. Right, so this is the system finished, in terms of the cut is finished anyway, at least. It's a nice sort of short kind of sweeping style, which kind of comes from this on the left side, brushed up at the front and then just tucked away on the right side. So I just want to show you the density before I thin it any further. So this is what extra light density looks like once it's all cut in. Obviously the hair is all wet, so it probably looks a bit thinner, but this is what extra light density looks like if we order it like that from the factory direct without doing anything further to it. You can see plenty of scalp on show. That's the crown area. I'll just kind of show you around the front. I mean, they are fantastic fantastic densities, actually. These are the most natural looking densities you can go for. I mean, plenty of scalp on show, and on a lace base with the right color lace, there's nothing better really. But yeah, we're still going to thin it a little bit further than that, I guess, but I just want to show you what it looked like as it is. Okay, right, now, so I've blow dried the hair a little bit so you can see those varying grey percentages a little bit more clearer. If you remember at the start of the video, we had 50% grey just on the side hair perimeters, and then you can just see how it kind of blends nicely out of that 50% into the 30% hair at the back, and of course there's 30% on top as well. But you can just see how well that's going to look in terms of the overall kind of 360-degree blend of this guy's head once it's all kind of blended in. Right, so the system is off the mannequin at the moment, and what I'm doing now to help thin it, because when you thin systems, there's two ways you can do it. You can either get the older thinning shears and kind of thin the tips, just thin the edges here. Problem with that is it only thins the tips, if it doesn't actually thin the root, so it's really still thick at the root, very stiff at the root. So to actually thin it from the root, that's how you do it properly. And with skin ones, you literally just got to pull the hair out, but with lace ones, you can use just simple hair removal cream. And in this particular system, we just want to kind of thin the crown area a little bit. That's all the client wants, just the crown area. And you just, with a little spatula, you just literally do little spots of cream all over the area that you want thinned. And what it does, it simply dissolves the knots, and then you just start gently pulling the hair. And then that kind of brings out the hair from the root. So then you're left with just a lot more kind of scalp showing. So I'm just going to do this little area for now. Now, obviously, don't leave this stuff on too long. You know, try it on an old system rather than a brand new one if you're doing it yourself. Okay, so we're just going to leave that on literally for a few seconds. And straight away, on the other side now, we just start pulling the hair. Now, nothing's coming out at the moment. And it's really when we start to, you know, feel the hair coming out in our fingers, that's when we know, you know, it's kind of activated and it's starting to kind of dissolve the knots. So, you know, and when you put the dots on, try and make it kind of a, you know, not too sort of big blobs or thick blobs anywhere, because otherwise you're going to end up with patches of baldness. We don't really want to end up with patches of baldness. We just want to end up with quite an evenly thinned area. But you can, it will starting to come out now a little bit now. And of course, what we'll have to do then to halt the process, to stop it thinning further, is to basically just give it a good shampoo and make sure that we've removed all evidence of that kind of thinning cream. But yeah, you can see that now it's starting to come out of my hand. Ooh, there it is there. Yeah, see that is starting to come out on the hand quite well now. So it's a little bit more pulling and then we'll start to rinse. So let's squidge some shampoo into the base. And I would shampoo it a good sort of half a dozen times to really ensure that all that cream is completely removed.